The last contestant in the Booktuber battle for November is Margaret at the Word Nerd. And I literally just finished her readathon, which was Fablin. So yeah, like I've done with all of the others. I found all of hers in like one big video where she just recommended about like a specific amount of books, and I found 3 in there that I hadn't read, and I picked those. So the first one, which is the only one that I have on audio, is The Shadow Sister by Lily Mead. Now, because it's an audio, I'm not really going to be able to tell you anything about it until I start to read it. But yeah, so I have that one. And then the other 2 that I have out are from the library. And the first one is The Butterfly Garden by Dot Hutchinson. And so this is essentially about this group or collection of I either need to clip this to myself or stop talking with my hands. Either way, this is, like I was trying to say, this is about a garden full of kidnapped women who have been known as a collection of butterflies. And then they've been tattooed. So yeah, they've essentially been kidnapped. They're eventually found by the FBI, and there's one girl who is brought in for questioning, and then it goes from there. And like I said, I'm quite intrigued by this one. And then the last one that I got out from the library, I'm pretty sure this was like number 1 on her list, and that is Little Thieves by Margaret Owen. This book is thick, but I can do it. This is a retelling of The Goose Girl, from what I can gather. And I normally like books like this, so hopefully I like this one. But yeah, so this is essentially about a retelling of The Goose Girl, basically. And yeah, so that's the 3 books for this video, and I will catch you guys when I have read anything to update you guys on in this video. Bye! Hello! So, I am 138 pages into Little Thieves, but this is the start of part 2, so I thought I would just do a really quick kind of update about what the story's about. Basically, this woman, what's her name? Vanya. She has stolen the pearl necklace of her, was it her boss or, yeah, mistress, and she's now everyone thinks that she is the mistress, and the real mistress is off living a penniless life, I think. Yeah, penniless nobody. And yeah, so she's taken the place of her mistress, and she's also this thief, hence the name, but she has been cursed into righting the wrongs of what she did. Otherwise, and the curse is, if she doesn't fix it by the full moon, she is going to slowly turn into gems. Hold on, I'm just checking. Yep, all of that is in the synopsis, so I haven't given any spoilers. Yeah, so she's slowly going to turn into jewels, like, one at a time, so, like, individual gemstones. So, yeah, I really like the writing style of this so far. It is quite long, but the fact that I read 100, but it reads pretty quickly, because I'm already nearly 200 pages in, and it didn't even take me that long. So, yeah, I am really enjoying this so far. I think Margaret's going to be cool. If this book stays the way that it's going, this is going to be a high rating for Margaret on the scoreboard. And I'll catch you guys later. Ooh, that's what I look like right now. It's too late in the day for me to care. Anyway, I have finished Little Thieves by Margaret Owen. Oh, I am not wearing my microphone. Sorry about that. Like I was saying, I just finished Little Thieves by Margaret Owen. I think when I did the first check-in, I was just at the start of part 2, which is like 132 pages, I think. And this is like exactly 500 pages. So I have read the other 400 pages. This book was so close to being a 5-star. I loved so much of this book. I think I'm taking it down a 0.5-star just because the start of it was like quite slow and took a while to build up. But this second half, whew, it was good. So yeah, I'm giving this a 4.5. Yeah, so I think when I left off, I was telling you basically the synopsis as what it was about. But yeah, basically Vanya basically fixes her relationship with Giselle and the other girl whose name I can't remember. I'm not good with names, especially in fantasy books when there's a lot of characters. Anyway, this is essentially Vanya works with her new team of people to essentially help Giselle get her life back and take down I don't know what to call him, but essentially take down Giselle's fiancé, who is planning to marry and then kill Giselle, and then he's planning to use the fact that he is now legally her husband to be able to take over multiple worlds and take down anyone who stands in his way. Yeah, this guy just absolutely evil. Yeah, so it is a really fun story, and in the second half it really picks up. So yeah, I am giving this a 4.5, which I don't really have much math to do. But yeah, 4.5 is a really strong start for Margaret on this leaderboard. And I will check back in when I've done something else. Bye! Okay, so I came here to do a clip, and now my real challenge is, can I do my update clip before the battery dies? I'm on like 1 stroke, but it's not flashing red at me yet. I have a backup battery ready in case. Anyway, I'm about halfway through this book, I think. I'm on page 114. And yeah, 276. Yeah, so I'm just under halfway through this book. And this is about this girl named Maya has been brought to the police station after her and a bunch of other girls that were kidnapped and held captive by this man known as the Gardener were rescued by the FBI. And so the rest of them are in hospital, and we are getting the story from Maya telling it. Basically, we're told this in like 2 different situations. We have Maya and the FBI agents interacting, and then we flash back to learn the story of the Butterfly Garden and what actually happened there. It's unclear whether Maya knew what was going on or not. And also, Maya isn't her real name. It's the name that the gardener gives her. And yeah, so yeah, basically, the guy who calls himself the gardener kidnaps these girls, keeps them in a garden as like his precious butterflies. And apparently, once you turn 21, you die. Because apparently 21 is too old for this guy. So Yeah, and we know that because in one of the flashbacks to the story that Maya's telling, she is up and it's flashing red at me. Hold on, I will change the battery and be right back. Okay, we're back. Yeah, okay, we're back. I don't know where I was up to, but I think I was talking about my train of thought, I think, was basically one of the first girl. We know that they only survived till 21 because Maya and one of the first girls that Maya meets in this place, Lionette, turns 21 and we never hear from her again. So, and they're talking about like how she died or was like preserved in the garden because she turned 21 while in the captive of this guy. And we actually never learn the guy's name. He's just referred to as the gardener. I don't know if we're going to learn it in the second half, but basically Maya never knew it, so we don't know it. But yeah, I am quite enjoying this so far, and it's quite a quick read. So we'll see what the second half does to figure out what the final rating of it is. But yeah, I'm quite liking it so far, and it is quite a quick read. Like, I am reading this really quickly. There are no like official chapters, but they have like something there to indicate like line breaks or chapter breaks. So at least if I need to pause, I know where I can pause. But yeah, the line breaks are to go between Maya telling a story and back to the police station. Yeah, so that's the only update. That's the rest of the update that I have so far, and I will come back when I have something else to say. Bye. Hello. So I have finished book number 2 for Margaret's favorites. I don't know why I blanked on how to say that. Anyway, The Butterfly Garden by Dot Hutchinson. I think the last time I talked to you, I was giving a brief analysis about what this was about. But essentially, the way that this ended, apparently the reason that they got caught in that the gardener got caught is because the gardener had 2 sons. One who was an asshole and one who wasn't. The asshole son decided, as a way to get back into his father's good books and be back on top, because at this point the younger one had officially taken over the spot as the favorite son. And the asshole son thought that it was a way to get back into his father's good books was to essentially R-word and kidnap a 12-year-old and bring her to the Butterfly Garden. And essentially that's what caused the younger brother to finally tell someone what his father and brother were doing. And that's essentially what got them rescued. And yeah, so this is actually quite a dark book. It's kind of similar to You by Caroline Kepnes, in the terms of a man obsessed kidnaps a woman and essentially just keeps her locked up. But yeah, I am going to give this, I think I ended up giving it a 4. So I've got 4 plus 4.5, that's 8.5 so far. So, yeah, so it all comes down to the last book for Margaret's, which I should be finished with soon. Bye! Hi! So, I have now finished the last book for Margaret's leg of this reading challenge, which was The Shadow Sister by Lily Mead. Now, I was all in with this book. I was like really intrigued by everything. And then the way that it ended, am I really dark in here? 1 second. Okay, that's gonna have to do. The lighting in here is terrible today because the sun has moved, and I can't be bothered moving the camera. Okay, so what was I saying? Oh yeah, I was all in with this book. I thought it was really good, but the ending, the ending just felt kind of rushed. Like, it didn't feel like the ending was complete. They were they were rushing, talking about getting the police to this place and all of that. But then it kind of just abruptly ended. Like, we didn't really see. I feel like it could have held maybe even just another like 20 pages just to like wrap up the story properly. Like, get some showing that they got some justice for these other girls, like as well as Sutton. But yeah, aside from that, I was all in with this book. So I am giving this one a 4.5. So I think Margaret is also on 13. So there's a tie currently on the leaderboard. So we'll see what the final Booktuber battle in this round is, like in this year of round is. And we'll see what happens then. Bye!